Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the Dulcimer, sometimes known as a Struckstick. It can have two names, a Dulcimer and a Struckstick. If you see my previous videos, I was tuned DAD. In this video, I'm tuned GDG. Now, the strumming patterns remain the same for either instrument. I'll post a link to them at the end of this one, but the chords do change names. If you've seen the previous video, I taught you some chords. Now I'm going to teach you a chord pattern which they fall into on a lot of ballads. But before we start, to give you an idea how far in advance I shoot these videos, hey Google, what's today's date?
It's Sunday, the 13th of November 2022.
So as you can see, I shoot some of these videos a long way in advance. So let's get started. In the previous video, you'll see me play a G chord, either this one or this one, a Charlie chord, a Delta chord, and an E minor chord. Now I'm going to teach you a chord progression that puts them into a pattern known as the 1950s chord progression. It's particularly used in ballads of that era and was even used in one or two 80s songs. So let's get started. We are playing in the key of G, and for this we're going to use G here. That G chord. Now, to make it easier while we're learning, I'm just strumming down on a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 strums per bar. So you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. So you do 4 of the G, the golf. Then you do 4 of the E minor, 4 of the Charlie, 4 of the Delta. So again, it's 4 strums of the golf chord, 4 strums of the echo minor chord, 4 strums of the Charlie chord, the C chord, 4 strums of the Delta chord. Now that's golf there, okay? So when you change to the echo minor there, when you go into the Charlie chord, simply take that finger off and put your little finger on the bottom string at the 3rd fret. So this note here, the one on the middle string, stays the same. That's your echo chord, your E minor. When you change into the Charlie chord, simply take that ring finger off and use your little finger at the 3rd fret. So that's the echo minor, that's the Charlie chord, and that's the way you can make that change a bit easier. So when you play it properly like this, are G, echo minor, Charlie, Delta. So that is basically what we're doing now is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and on the numbers going down on the 1, 2, 3 and 4, and on the and strumming up towards your chin. When I'm strumming down, I am using the nail of my first finger and the pad on the ands. So on the numbers, the nail, on the pad, the ands. Like this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 bar change over to echo minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Charlie chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Delta chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now I'm going to over exaggerate this. What you can't do is this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and huge pause while you change over, 2 and 3 and 4 and another over exaggerated pause to the C and another pause to the D. has to remain at a constant rhythm like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so how you count this is you count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you may have noticed there was no gaps there between the counts, and that's how you strum. By all means, I recommend personally starting slowly and building up the pace. It's easier to get it right at a slower pace and then add the speed than to try and get it right at speed. So we do it very slowly after 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And that is a basic chord progression, a 4-chord progression in the key of G on the Dulcimer Struckstick. Well, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music Skill. The more thumbs up we get and the more subscribers we get, the more videos we will post. So until next time, take care, keep practicing, keep playing, and as always, goodbye.